It's good to have you join us again on another edition of Kaleidoscope on Channels Television. Welcome. I'm Anne Nwawadu. On the program today, a chat with the Chief Client Officer who heads AXA Mansard, Rashidat Adebisi, reveals the contribution the company is making in various areas of development in Nigeria and across the globe. Once again, welcome to Kaleidoscope. With the aim to be the leading financial services provider, AXA Mansard, a member of the AXA Group, with interest in insurance, health, investment, and much more, is driven to consistently create exceptional value for its customers and its stakeholders. Find out more. AXA Mansard is a member of the AXA Group and a leading global insurer with 160,000 employees, serving 108 million clients in 57 countries. The group is a conglomerate of independently run businesses operated according to the laws and regulations of many different countries, with operations concentrated in Europe, North America, the Asia Pacific, Central and South America, the Middle East, and in Africa, via operations in Cameroon, Gabon, Ivory Coast, Morocco, Senegal, Algeria, and Nigeria. AXA has more than 20 years' continuous presence in Africa. In 1989, AXA Mansard was incorporated as a private limited liability company and is registered as a composite company with the National Insurance Commission of Nigeria. The company offers life and non-life insurance products and services to individuals and institutions across Nigeria, while also offering asset investment management services and health management services through its wholly owned subsidiaries, AXA Mansard Investment Limited and AXA Mansard Health Limited. From 2004 to 2015, AXA Mansard Insurance grew its turnover to a compounded annual growth rate of 55%. In 2019, the GWP was 43.6 billion naira, while net income was 28.1 billion naira, a 31% increase over 2018. In November 2009, AXA Mansard Insurance was listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and in December 2014, it became a member of AXA, following AXA's acquisition of Assure Holdings. In recognition of its innovative products and services, the company was declared as the Insurance Company of the Year by Business Day Awards and several others, including the Marketing Edge Award for Most Outstanding Insurance Company of the Decade. Let's hear more from the CTO of AXA Mansard, Rashidat Adebisi, who heads various arms of the organization. We discussed activities of the organization, the sustainability plans, and of course the plans for the future. In 2020, AXA Mansard was rated B+ for their financial strength and Issuer credit ratings. What has kept AXA Mansard going all these years?
Thank you very much. AXA Mansard is a premier organization. It's really a testament to our financial capacity. When you look at the process of being rated, it's very rigorous and it's done worldwide. So it's not just something in Nigeria. But to tell you the fact that in Nigeria, we have one of the highest ratings, and our balance sheet size, our capacity, our team, all of these things are considered in giving us this rating. So we are definitely that sort of organization you want to work with. Insurance itself is actually financial backing. Many people don't realize that. So when you're assessing who to be a partner with, definitely AXA Mansard is one of the best in this space. And it also shows that we can meet any obligations at all, whether it's local or international. We're definitely the strong brand to be with as a company.
Now, with presence in almost all the continents of the world, it means you operate in different climes, different economies. How would you rate the insurance sector right here in Africa and in Nigeria?
Well, AXA is a global brand, so it means that we have global exposure, we have global knowledge, we have capacity, but more importantly is that we have a very, very strong local focus. Our understanding of the market, our ability to be able to put things together puts us in a very unique position as an organization. Nigeria is a growing country. It's a place where we don't really have social support. Social security is missing. You and I, We're actually the social security for everyone around us. So when something goes wrong, they call you, they don't call the government, they don't have any support. So the industry in itself has the capacity to make that big difference, to be the safety net for people, to be the first call. And then whatever else your family can do for you will be something extra. When I started in the industry some years ago, not so long, the marketing plan was we pay claims. Now, paying claims is not a marketing jingle anymore because every insurance company definitely pays claims. So it's what else? How much better value can we give our clients? So those are sort of conversations we're having now. So the industry is improving. The regulators are also trying to change the way they're addressing the needs of the citizens and how the operators are protecting whatever obligations or promises they put on the table. So you have some level of, at least confidence that the regulator will be there to adjudicate if there's any issue. But the industry itself sees that there is potential. We're strengthening ourselves, whether it's from protecting people's assets, lives, as well as on the healthcare side. So these are the places where we see huge opportunities locally. And I expect in a few years' time, we would all be a lot prouder to have been part of this process of making a change, making an impact, making a difference in the country.
So let me take you back to when you started at AXA Mansard. It's obvious, young professional women, you got that award back in 2015. It means you have a drive, or you're passionate about women. Tell us about that personal drive and how much it has affected your organization as a whole.
Oh, fantastic. As a woman, you're challenged. You're challenged by the society. You are challenged to want to do your very best to make a difference. You want people to know that you are good, not just because you are, a lady and you are being considered as a favorite, but because you actually bring a lot to the table. I want to always be judged on the content of my character and on my performance, never just on whatever anyone else thinks. So I think this has helped me over the years. I started in finance, and in the finance space, you work really hard, but you also understand the organization. You know what drives the business. You know what brings results, and I've leveraged on that to then bring that into making a difference in people's lives. I'm very particular about the opportunities I got. How can I give more women? How can I give more young people in general? So this is something I'm personally passionate about, making an impact, helping to grow that safety net for the country, for the society, and hoping that if I'm able to influence the community, protect the community, I'll ultimately be protecting families, who could be mine or not, or yours, and hopefully myself and my own children in the medium term. So this is still a very big reason for me to be in the industry. So as a woman too, from my own organization, I've been involved in different initiatives. When I first started, getting a maternity leave was something that you were lucky, you'd gone on leave already. So you take 90 days and you don't actually get any other vacation that year. But having been part of that process, I've been able to be part of the change agent that ensures that women don't just get their maternity leave, they get their annual leave, they even get extra time if they need it. So these are things you can do by going through the process, maybe suffering sometimes, but at least you're able to make a difference in the organization. I've also been part of the team that put together what we call the She Initiative in AXA. It's called Superheroes Every Day because women are superheroes. And to add to that, we're the shield of the society. We care for, we're the caregivers in many instances. And not because we don't think men don't care, by the way, so I'm not putting it out there. But we're thinking about responsibility at work, and you're thinking about the home. You want to make sure everyone is fine. And so we've identified in AXA that we need to support women in their career. We want them to be the best that they can and be protected in case there's any unexpected event. We also want to make sure that if you are an entrepreneur, if you think about the number of SMEs in Nigeria now, they say 17 odd million. Actually, most of the new SMEs, about 70% of them are women, the owners, the entrepreneurs. So how can we help them? What do we do to provide the advice for them, to protect them? So that's also part of our initiative in AXA. We care about our employees as well, by the way. So charity begins at home. So we're supporting and growing our own women in AXA. We also are very passionate about women in the inclusion space. Because a lot of women in the inclusion space, they are the caregivers, they are the breadwinners. Who's helping them? Who's ensuring that the dream of their children getting educated comes to life no matter what. So these are some of the solutions and segments that we continue to focus on our She initiative. And it's a journey. We've actually increased the number of women in our portfolio from when we started this initiative just about 4 years ago. We now have we moved from about 20% of our portfolio being women. We now have almost 50% of our portfolio being women. So this is a start. But there are just so many women that are not protected. We've also improved the number of our own women in AXA who are in senior management positions as well. Not to the numbers we would like. We're still not a bit far away from our ambition, but I've also gotten the opportunity to keep growing as well. And there are also many more women, and I just want them to be able to see that they can become the very best version of themselves.
So as you continue to aim to do better with your business, you'd also have a roadmap that helps you develop communities around you. Tell us how you go about this in terms of corporate social responsibility initiatives.
We can't talk about social corporate responsibility in AXA without first talking about our purpose, right? Because it's our purpose that brings us to work, drives us in everything that we do. Our purpose in AXA is to act for human progress by protecting what matters. And what matters differs at different times in people's life stage, or different times in the economy, at different times in the country. And as you can see, there are challenges, financial challenges with people. There is access, awareness, and then there's even creating better opportunities and, of course, our climate. So I'll say that we look at it from about 3 pillars. The first one is about what are we doing about climate and sustainability. So we started learning a lot more about our own footprints, carbon footprints, alternative power options, so that we can actually protect the environment. We're doing things around the, I'll say, tree planting and making sure that at least as we are giving out CO2s, oxygen comes into the environment. So we've worked with LastPack, for example, to drive planting trees, to support this initiative and make things a lot greener in Lagos State in particular. We're also working with the Fair Plastic Alliance. Part of it is protecting even some of our cleaners, the road cleaners, people that are taking care of recycling. So that's another area that we think is very important when we think about the climate. But this is an area where people still see it as a textbook story in Nigeria. But we were making that journey and evolving as a company when we think about the climate and sustainability. When we then look at it around how do we affect our own community. We support orphanages. We worked with schools. Our employees have taken our time to teach in some schools and volunteering as volunteer teachers. We've painted a few schools as well. We've worked with, providing at least a great, nice environment for kids when it comes to, Christmas time, when they don't have people who are going to buy them gifts. So we've actually put ourselves forward in our houses in the company to run different initiatives, not just in Lagos State, by the way, in different parts of the country. We've done this. We also have felt that health access was something that was important. So for about 5 years, apart from last year, every year we would have at least twice a year blood drives, encouraging our own employees, bringing some of their friends, and donating and working with Lagos State government to provide blood to the blood bank, because there's just not enough blood, unfortunately. And we need this so that people can survive. There are many women giving birth to babies or any accident. So this is something that our employees have personally put themselves forward to do. Telemedicine was also something that we felt was very important. We might talk a bit more about it, but we launched it very quickly, not just for our own clients, people who had health policies in our company. We actually gave other clients that we had within our portfolio access to telemedicine when there was a lockdown and nobody could go out. People were afraid to get infected in the hospital. So we're able to help with health access. We've donated to the government, PPE materials, both in Lagos State, in Abuja, a few locations, just supporting this drive of healthcare. And it's not about getting money back today. It's really about how can we help make a difference? How can we support our own clients? Our own clients also feel strongly about some causes. Can we help improve engagement in this way? And our employees are very, very passionate about, impacting the environment. So we take this seriously in our organization. It's something we continue to work on. In terms of motherless babies and orphanages, we've actually supported orphanages, not just in Lagos, different parts of Lagos, on the island, on the mainland, in Port Harcourt, in different parts in the south. We believe that, the orphanages are opportunities to create better, environment for young children who didn't get that level of support. So can we help them from an education perspective? Can we help them with food, supplies, just to make sure that the kids can get the best opportunity? So orphanages are places where we've actually supported as well as part of our CSR as an organization. Another example of our impact is the AXA Research Fund. It's a fund that's been running for 15 years, and it's actually disbursed over 250 million euros, impacting perhaps over 665 initiatives across 38 countries of the world. And the whole idea is how can we support better research, understanding how to impact better, what to change, what to improve upon. We also have Nigerian chairs that have benefited from this initiative as well. We have the AXA Hearts in Action, which is an initiative that's also linked and running all over the world, and as well as Nigeria. We actually had an impact run sometime this year, where we ran in different locations, socially distanced, I would say to you. But for every runner, we actually donated about 5,000 naira per runner to the Red Cross in Nigeria here. And this was done in different parts of the world as well.
And when Kaleidoscope returns in just a moment, we'll continue the discussion with the AXA Mansard boss, Rashidat Adebisi. Stay with us. Welcome back. As one of the top 5 investment and insurance companies right here in Nigeria, AXA Mansard must have plans to stay on top while also increasing its value it's adding to the society. But let's hear more from the CTO, Rashidat Adebisi.
So I know there are loads of businesses under AXA Mansard, but how much impact have you brought into that sector in the country?
I'm not sure we have enough time to really touch on all the impacts, but I would say to you that when you think about all the different lines of businesses, the sectors where we're very strong in, where we're in, where we're quite strong on the healthcare side. So we have a health line of business. We also have an asset management business. We have a general and a life insurance business. So across all of these areas, we've made different impacts. From the general business and the life side, we have changed the game. We created first responders, people who come and meet you at an accident location to help you ensure that you know the next steps, to ensure that it's a smooth experience of filing your claim. Things like this had never been done before in the industry. Service experience has been significantly improved by ourselves. On the life insurance side, creating a story and awareness, allowing people to understand their needs. We call it the stay in the picture. It's not just about not being there. How do we help people with living benefits? Making sure that the solution is not about when somebody passes away alone, but to say, when you're alive, how can we be there for you? How can we support you? How can you benefit from your policy? This is something we've done, which is quite different from what others have in the market. On the asset management side, our money market fund, our platform continues to be very different. You can actually access other sort of products from our own platform, not just AXA products. And you can access both local products, equity, as well as international equity products, which is quite diverse. And our clients have been very, very happy around the sort of opportunities given to them. And primarily on the health side, we're number one. And not just because we like the number one, but it's our drive, our belief that, how can we really help the health, the well-being of people. In this area, we didn't just talk about people's healthcare, physical healthcare. We were the very first company that launched a solution that had a mental wellness solution as part of our product. This is now becoming the norm, but this hadn't been done before. We continue to drive telemedicine. We were the first to launch when the lockdown went in, ensuring that our clients, from the comfort of their home, could actually just, call a doctor, have a conversation, get some prescriptions, and then not just have to go into a hospital, pick up a prescription at the nearby, pharmacy, because we also have pharmacy partners, locations, and they could also deliver to you at home. So this hadn't been done. And we actually, had this period during the lockdown when we gave this free, where you could get some medication for free as well. So just driving impact, not just thinking about today, but how do we create that sustainable cultural process? Sometimes it's quite hard when you look at how we're making a difference, because not everyone is doing it. It's expensive. You have to create a new ecosystem, sign up pharmacies and all. But we continue to see more players coming into the market as we've opened it up a lot more for them. But the opportunity for ensuring that we're all in a good health state is essential. And it's something we continue to drive as an organization. And I see in the next few years, even more, when we bring in AI, health techs, when we talk about even much more exciting ways, maybe second medical opinions as well. Because in Nigeria, sometimes, you've gotten the right, perhaps, result, but the interpretation might not be what you're expecting. So who's going to help you in this regard? So AXA also has the ability to give you access to second medical opinion, both from local practitioners as well as international practitioners. This gives you a bigger opportunity to speak to the right people. You must remember that as healthcare professionals, we're here to challenge, to ensure that our client gets the best treatment from any healthcare facility. You might not be able to do this on your own, but we have a team of doctors in our organization who are, just prepped, constantly trained, exposed, who themselves have been doctors and worked in practices as well, led by different people and who have access to resources that would ensure that our clients are being well responded to. I think the last point will be around the COVID response we launched. So we had a COVID hotline working with HR professionals who were our clients, ensuring that they had the right response, the right sort of like solution provision for their people. Do they need to go to a center? Do they need to be managed? So there was a well-staged process that we put in place and we launched even this year, not just about what we did last year, but even currently, ensuring that they can manage all the ups and downs of technical areas that it's not their own normal day-to-day, but at least they will be able to ensure that the health and well-being of their staff is a top priority and is in top condition. So these are some of the things we've done and we continue to do as an industry in the industry to make a big difference as AXA.
From 97th position out of 109 insurance companies back in 2003 to the top 5 in 2019, where do you see AXA Mansard in the nearest future?
Well, the sky is the limit, right? Some people say that you keep aiming for the moon. Maybe you land on the stars, right? So for us, moving from 97 to a top 5 position has really been on the platform of service. Creating excellent service, great experience for our clients. That has helped us to move and, continue to grow as an organization. We feel that we're still scratching the surface, by the way, because when you think about the penetration rate of 1% in the country and, being a top 5, we would want to, in the future, be part of people who drive the growth of penetration far beyond 1%, hopefully to maybe a 5% sort of range, where we continue to be a top 3 player. Perhaps number 1 in many of the lines of businesses we're very, very particular about. We have what we call our priority lines of businesses. So we definitely are aiming to be number 1 there. But number 1 because the clients want us to be with them, because we're their partner. We're not just someone who pays claims. Paying claims just says that you're being there when something has happened. Can we help to prevent it? Can we help to educate? Can we continue to make a big difference in how people take decisions on their day-to-day life and actually realize that insurance is a financial management tool? It's actually money that you have that is waiting to help you address some needs, both expected and unexpected, by the way. So in the medium term, top player, but we would rather be top in sense of the value our clients get from us. We want to ensure that our clients rank us as number 1 in terms of their service experience, the customer journey, and the overall value that they get from being our partner. These are quite essential for us, and we continue to measure ourselves by those very high standards. When you then bring that to CSR, right, we know that we've done a good number of things, but can we do more? Can we expand our scope? Can we, ensure that not just ourselves, but we even encourage our clients to make a difference in the society and start to contribute and carry them along on this journey, as we're also learning to be more sustainable, to be more friendly to the environment. Because if we're not friendly to the environment won't be there for all of us in the future. So being part of the leaders in this space, ensuring that we're delivering on, supporting the economically deprived individuals, as well as creating opportunities for them, as well as ensuring that we can impact even more growth of SMEs, give them confidence in their ability to make a difference, both from an environmental perspective, as well as, agriculture. There are just many areas that we're very passionate about. Of course, we like to talk about healthcare a lot. So how can we expand health access? How can we do something differently? So the Fair Play Alliance, or Fair Plastic Alliance, is the first step in, thinking about this whole ecosystem that helps us to recycle, helps us to ensure that we're protecting our country, our environment. So these are really big things for us. And then, of course, climate change. It's a really big conversation everywhere in the world. Not so exciting in Nigeria right now. But we believe as we see that the weather is changing and everything is different, we will start to be more responsible and ensure that we can stop it and then perhaps reverse, so all these negative things that are happening around us. So these are core areas for AXA. Our purpose will continue to drive us, and we will definitely be there and, make sure that we're acting for human progress and protect whatever matters.
And this is where we draw the curtains on this edition of Kaleidoscope on Channels Television. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to watch various editions of the program. Go to youtube.com/channelsweb. Click on playlist, then scroll to where you see Kaleidoscope. And of course, you can enjoy your time with it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Stay safe. I'm Anne Nwawadu.